Shalom, shalom. This is a brother Kahan from the GMS Prophetic Vibration Camp in Trinidad with another lesson through the power and spirit of Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai. So first and foremost, Kal Halayim, La Alahayanawa, Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai, Ba'asham, Rakah HaKodash, Barakata Yahweh, Barakata Yahweh Shai, Barakata Yahweh, Barakata Yahweh Shai, Barakata Yahweh, Barakata Yahweh Shai. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace, blessings, salutations unto the brothers who preaching and teaching this truth through the four corners of the earth, risking their lives and their freedom to do so now more than ever for this truth. Shalom unto the speckled Israelites who looks like the other nations but are Israel through their forefatherly lineage. Alright? And shalom unto the very few but faithful Akowats. Alright, so the name of this lesson is Try Harder Esau. Try harder. You need to try harder, Esau. Alright, you need to try harder. Alright, because I have a video clip. A video clip into play. Alright. Concerning Edomite, descendant of Esau Edom, who is trying to discredit the fact, all right, concerning our heraldry, our nobility, and our prestigious time that we had endured, or for lack of better words, that we had experienced, during the dark ages. All right. Now his topic at hand was he is trying. He didn't bring no evidence, just a whole bunch of rambling. All right. But he hasn't brought any evidence to prove his claim that King James, all right, our beloved King James, was a so-called black man, all right, and that he's trying to refute the fact and no evidence to prove that Ireland and England and Scotland and what have you were ruled, all right, were ruled by so-called black people, which were actually the Israelites. All right, he even call it comical that us Negroes are the true Israelites that the scripture speaks about, So I will start with this scripture here. This is enough rambling. This is Psalms 58 and 2. It says, yea, in heart ye work wickedness. All right, in heart you work wickedness. Because what you are doing, all right, I don't know the individual name. Yeah, I could care less. He's a Edomite. All right, it's wickedness. All right. By you lying and trying to keep us down and trying to keep us in that mind state that, we are Africans. Yeah? It's a bunch of lies. You weigh the violence of your hands in the earth. Because that's what you all are. That is your history. Alright? All about wickedness and violence and thievery. Verse 3, the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. All right? Lies. Okay? So, let's hear the lies that this man has to offer to us.
Hello again. I thought I would look today at another little bit of the colonising of British history.
He has the audacity, the colonising of of British history. But anyhow, let's continue.
Is proceeding apace, as many people have observed. This time I'm looking at the idea that Ireland and Scotland, until the 16th century, were inhabited by black people. And
Now, why until the 16th century? Why until the 16th century? Yeah. Let's go to some scripture here, man. Let's see why until the 16th century. Because what I'm doing is dissecting this video as best as I could. This is Revelation chapter 20 and verse 1. And I saw an angel came down from heaven having the key of the bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand. And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years. Now that angel that is speaking about is us, all right, the children of Israel, all right, which actually we were at that time. Okay, we were the ones to bring down the pagan Roman Empire, because you had to understand the Roman Empire was split into two. Yeah, you had the Byzantine Empire, which was the Holy Roman Empire, which was us so-called Negroes, because a lot of us rose into prominence within the Roman Empire, and we separated, and yeah, good. And then you had the pagan Roman Empire, which were these Edomites, all right? And we were the one to bring down the pagan Roman Empire. I can't remember the exact year. I will have to go and do some research on it, yeah? But we were the ones to bring them down, okay? Whilst they had us to run up into the Caucasus Mountains, all right? Good. And hence the reason where you had the start of the Dark Ages, which was actually, or medieval times they would call it, which was actually us Israelites, the dark races ruling, all right, Europe for 1,000 years. So let's continue. And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, because they are, the word devil just means deceiver, slanderer, and what have you. They are the devil, all right, and they are the physical counterpart of Satan, all right, and bound him 1,000 years and cast him into the bottomless pit, which is Europe, because Europe is known as the bottomless pit. Reason being, all right, because they are not known for having no as in fertile land, agriculture and what have you, resources, especially also natural resources and what have you, all right. So yeah, all Europe is really known for is the automobile industry, all right. So continuing, and cast him into the bottomless pit and shut him up and set a seal upon him, that he should deceive the nations no more till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled. And after that he must be loose a little season. So we was ruling Europe for approximately 1,000 years. And the reason why up to the 1600 he's speaking about is because that's when we totally fell from our rulership within Europe, all right? Because we fully lost rulership within Spain. Spain was our first landmark within us really falling from that rulership, that heraldry that we had, all right? Because we came into Spain first, all right? When we started to conquer the whole of Europe, we came into Spain first. All right, and I will prove that in a bit. We came into Spain first, and we fall. The beginning of our fall was within Spain, Portugal, Spain. All right. Hence the reason why I had done a video on YouTube, took it down off of our history channel, GMS Prophetic Vibration of the 144,000 history channel. It's still on one of my next channel. I don't know if it is Levi the Lawgiver or GMS Precious Stone, GMS Yahweh's Precious Stones. But I did a video concerning the first slave ship did not came from Africa, but it actually came from Portugal, Spain. All right. So going all up to the 1500s, we still had rulership within certain parts of Europe. but we came to a total fall leading up to the 1600s. All right. So that's why I say, you know, he shall be held for 1,000. He shall be sealed. You know, Yahweh Hashem Yahshua will set a seal upon him. That's when they were up in the Caucasus Mountains, dragging on their knuckles and what have you, picking out lice out of each other's heads and what have you, and eating it. All right, good. The book of Job prophesies it. All right, Malachi 1 also from verse 1 to 4 also. All right, so. Alright, so when they said, and he shall be let loose a little season, that's what's starting with the into the 1300s. Alright, into the 1300s, where you start to have the Borgia family coming into prominence. Alright, the crime family, the Borgia family, and what have you. Right, that's when they really first start to come into play, these Edomites. Alright, so let's continue back.
And that white historians have frantically tried to cover up this embarrassing fact. The idea was...
We are not covering up no historic. We are not trying to cover up. And it's you all are being embarrassed. All right, because you all are being exposed. All right, so continuing.
Originally a production of the Black Hebrews, but it is...
All right, and we are not black Hebrews, all right? We don't call, you are the ones. You are the ones, all right, in the year 1681 that came up with, you could even go up to Elder Malcolm's channel, you know, critical race theory, even the Maccabean channel and what have you. And you will see he had done a countless amount of videos concerning the social construct what they came up with. All right, they were the ones to come up with that race theory of black and white. All right, and we are not black. We are different shades of brown, from light brown to dark chocolate brown. And you all ain't white either. You all are red. All right. Okay, but if you want to go down that road, all right, let the scriptures prove. All right, this is Jeremiah chapter 14 and verse 1. It reads, the word of the Lord that came to Jeremiah concerning the dirt. All right, concerning the dirt, because Yahweh Hashem Yahshua made man from dirt. Thus we came, and thus we shall return. What color is the earth? Come on, stop being stupid. All right, stop being stupid. The deeper you dig, the darker you get. The darker the dirt you get. All right? But anyhow, Judah mourneth. All right? And the gates thereof languish. They are black. All right? They are black unto the ground, and the cry of Jerusalem is going up. Okay? So, let's go into that word black. All right? All right? Let's go into that.
Strong's H, 6937. Kader.
All right. Kader or Kada. All right. All right. All right. To mourn, to be dark, to darken. All right. To grow dark. All right. Is to be dark. All right. A dark man, black man. All right. When you go, a next scripture that will kill your ass. Let's come out of this, because I do have the don't have no more etymology. So let's come out of this. Let's come out of that, and let's go to the New Testament. Let's go to the book of Acts, Acts chapter 13. Acts chapter 13. Yep, Acts chapter 13 and 1. It reads, now there were in the church that was at Antioch certain prophets and teachers as Barnabas and Simeon, all right, which were Israelites. Okay, which were Israelites. All right, that was called Nigger. All right, that was called Nigger, and Lucius of Cyrene. Where is Cyrene? Cyrene is in Libya, all right, which is northern Africa. and Manaen, which had been brought up with Herod, the Tetrarch, and Saul. All right, so let's go to that word. Let's go to the specific word. Let's go to the specific word. That was called
Strong's G 3526. Niger. Niger.
nigger. Nigger, black. Yeah? The word nigger, it means black or dark. All right? Good? Nice. So let's come out of that. All right? So you calling us black Hebrews. We are dark Hebrews. And the thing is, because you're going to say something, but anyhow, let's come out of that. Let's come out of that and let's go back here.
Spread out into the black community generally, and is now believed by quite a few uneducated people.
It is spread out amongst the black community and a few and is now believed by quite a few. Also, so you see how the so-called white man looks at you. You see. Once you come into your heritage, to your nationality, to the truth. This is the audacity of the so-called white man. Yeah, once you come into the truth and bringing out that truth and pushing that truth, all right, to him, you are considered uneducated. All right? No. It's like, no, don't do that. All right? Go with what we taught you. You are only educated with the education of our syllabus that we put in your schools and your universities and what have you. All right? Anytime you go outside of that, you are uneducated. All right? That sort of education that you are getting, you wouldn't reach nowhere. All right? That is how they look at you Negroes and Hispanics and Native Americans, especially you Negroes. Yeah, especially you Negroes. All right? So let's continue with them.
A word or two about the black Hebrews might help to understand this. The black Hebrews are African Americans who got it into their heads that they are
African Americans. No matter how much we tell them we are not black. All right? That's why Psalms 58 and 4, when I go to Psalm 58 and 4, it reads, their poison is like the poison of a serpent. Yeah? That's their philosophies and all these things. Yeah, is a poison. All right? They are like the deaf adder that stoppeth her ear. All right? Which will not hearken unto the voice of the charmers, charming ever so what? Wisely. All right? No matter how much we tell them, we are not black. All right? And we are not African Americans. All right? They don't want to hear that. All right? They don't want to hear that. That is like, that's why they carry this about them. When they go to, let's go to, it is what, 2 Maccabees? Yeah, 2 Maccabees 6 and 6. All right? All right? Yeah, 2 Maccabees, let's read 6 and 6. And go down a little more. 2 Maccabees 6 and 6. I'm going to read it quick. All right, 2 Maccabees 6 and 6. Neither was it lawful for a man to keep Sabbath days or ancient feasts or to profess himself at all to be a Jew. All right? And they do not like the fact that we are reclaiming our heritage. No, you are not an Israelite. You are an African, and that is how you ought to see yourself, as an African. This is their mindset that they carry. Yeah, this is their mindset that they carry. All right? So anyhow,
alone of the true Jews.
We are not the only true Jews. All right? There are Jews. There are Jews that will look like you also. That came from the true lineage of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Not Abraham, Isaac, and Esau, which is your forefather. All right? The scripture says what? The scripture says what here? All right, this is Jeremiah 12:9. It reads, "Mine heritage is unto me as a lion in the forest. It cried out against me, therefore have I hated it. Mine heritage is unto me as a speckled bird. The birds round about are against her. Come ye, assemble all the beasts of the field, come down to devour." All right? A speckled bird is what? A bird of many colors. All right? Because you will not get, and this is what even Vocab tried that shit, and he got shut down. All right? They always, no matter how much you try, again, Psalms 658 and 4 going on to verse 5, you know. They're like a deaf, they're like the deaf adder. No matter how much you show them and prove to them with proof. The scripture say what? Prove all things. All right? No matter how much you prove to them and show them that, hey, the children of Israel, not all Israelites, you would get with you, with dark color as myself. You will get Israelites looking like so-called Chinese, Israelites looking like East Indians. You'll get Israelite looking like the Arabs and what have you. All right, because why? According to the curses, we have been scattered through the four corners of the earth, and we mix and mingle with the nations. All right, a lot of our men went with the women of the other nations. All right, and some of them tend to come out looking as their mother and not as the father. All right, Ephraim is like a cake on turn. All right, so oh boy, Esau, try hard, Esau, try harder.
And that they have a right to go to live in Israel.
We have a right, yes, but we will wait on the Lord according to scripture. We are not going to do like Ben-Amin and these guys, which he is going to mention. But anyhow,
many of these people are violently anti-Semitic and anti-white. In the 19...
We are not anti-white. You all are not white. We are anti-Edomite. All right? We are anti-Edomite.
70s, quite a few began travelling to Israel and demanding to live there permanently. The Israelis were not wildly keen on the idea, but a large number were allowed to settle in the Negev, down near Dimona, where the Israeli nuclear reactor is.
That's Ben-Amin and his people, and now they're looking to these Amalekites are looking to chase them out. But hey, that is for another. That topic is for another time, brothers. Elder brothers, and whatnot have dealt with that. All right, these people take things on their own, within their own hands. They say they're going on. It just show you how dumb our people is. Here it is, you go into Massa to ask Massa to stay in your land, which is rightly yours. The scripture says Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right, through the spirit, through Yahweh Shai, we are going to, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh is going to give Yahweh Shai the power and spirit, all right, to gather the elect out of the four corners of the earth, out of the four winds of the earth, and place them back in their land. All right, not no crawling through a jungle and all that bag of bullshit that you all had us to go through, and then to come and beg Massa to live in your land, to get citizenship and what have you, and now you all are being thrown out. See how stupid our people is. But anyhow,
they are one of two black communities in Israel, the others being the Ethiopian Falashas.
Which is
it makes me laugh at you when I see people here.
You go and read 2 Kings. I can't remember. 2 Kings 17, I think. Yeah, 2 Kings 17. You would read about the children of Israel, the northern kingdom, where they was taken into captivity by the Assyrians, and these Hamites being brought into the land, and they was taught the customs by a Levite priest and what have you. Hence the reason why now you have, besides these Amalekites, you have these freaking Ethiopians claiming our heritage also. Alright? The same thing as the Maccabean family, with Judas, with John I. Cranus and what have you. what he did with these Amalekites is the same thing that was done centuries back before him. All right, with Sennacherib, King Sennacherib of the Assyrian Empire, and all right, when he conquered the northern kingdom and brought in these stinking Hamites, and you know, sent priests, Levite priests, to teach them the ways and customs of the land and what have you. Hence, from generation to generation to what we have here now, these people are in such a delusional state of mind that they think that they are the people of the land. But anyhow,
calling for Israel to open its borders. They're often shipping in black people and Indians. At the moment, it's plane loads of people from India who are being welcomed into the country as settlers. But you won't be reading about this in the newspapers of Europe or America. Anyway, the black Hebrews hold views similar in some ways to the British Israelites, about whom I spoke a couple of days ago. I provide a link in the description to this video to something from a Zimbabwean online magazine, which sets out perfectly the whole idea about the black Irish people and black Scots people.
Now this is what we are going to be getting into.
Readers might care to click on that link and then read this. The writer of this explains the whole idea better than I probably could. The basic idea is that the tribe of Judah was exiled to Africa, and that when the people from West Africa were taken as slaves to the Americas, this was just another part of the exile. That is to say, the exile from Jerusalem.
All right, and he is looking at this as something that is utterly preposterous. How dare could they say that? How dare can you say that? Yeah, let's look up the word preposterous. Yeah, let's look it up. All right, preposterous. All right, preposterous, absurd. Yeah, absurd. That is absurd, ridiculous, foolish, stupid, ludicrous, farcical, laughable, comical. It's comical, risible, hair-bended, nonsensical, pointless, senseless, insane, irrational. Yeah? This is how these people look at you all. They look at us concerning our heritage. All right? Concerning our heritage. But anyhow, let's continue.
They think that African Americans should go to Israel.
We don't think.
They also hold a very complex set of beliefs about Shakespeare being black, and also that after the Moors and Arabs settled in Spain after it was invaded, a lot of them moved up then into Ireland and Scotland, and that these people weren't just Arabs and Berbers, that a lot of them were sub-Saharan Africans.
All right. So let's get into it here now. Let's go into some proof. I am going to go in the book of Nature Knows No Color Line. And I'm going to prove certain stuffs here. Let's go as quickly as possible here now. In the book Nature Knows No Color Line, page 55. All right? Page 55. Yeah? So I'm reading. Alright, racial intermixture. This chapter here, this is chapter 5, racial intermixture in Spain and Portugal. Alright? Because remember, the Moors, alright, which were, the word Moor just means dark or black. Alright, they first started to inhabit Spain and Portugal, alright, within Europe. Alright? That was their first presence. As you know, okay, so continuing, I'm going to read. While white Vandals were pouring into Africa in the 4th and 5th centuries, Africans, or Israelites, I would say, continued to arrive in southern Europe, chiefly as slaves, but in 711 AD, they came in as conquerors, crossing into Spain, they captured Gibraltar and defeated the Goths, right, white Germanic invaders of 3 centuries earlier. All right, their commander, Tariq, a Negro, gave his name to Gibraltar, formerly Cape. All right, these Israelites were Moors, sometimes called Arabs, because they were following Islamic customs. Because you have to remember, when we came into too bad I do have the book Babylon to Timbuktu. Also, I've been able to find that. Although I have it on my phone, but I don't want to go and there is too much time wasting. All right, to dig up on all of that. A lot of us, what you have to understand is when we came into Africa after 70 AD, 1500 years after is when you had the Mohammedan conquest, all right, which was Islam, and a lot of us were forced into Islam, and a lot of us voluntarily converted to Islam for commercial wise and what have you, to make it easier for us to do trading and what have you. All right. So continuing, because of their language to the earlier Greeks, the Moors were as black or dark people. All right. And to the Romans, they had dark woolly head. All right. People known synonymously as nigger, negro, and Afar. All right, which goes into African, but which actually is Israelites. All right, even as late as the 5th century. Okay, so but the main point is on top here. All right, where we came in into Spain. All right, and from moving into Spain, because I could go through a lot of stuff in this very sad book here, but I don't want to really go through all of that. All right, let me see what I have here. All right, let me see. All right, so what you have to understand is that a lot of us, when we came into Europe through Spain, we spread out throughout the whole of Europe. All right, we spread out throughout the whole of Europe, and the thing is that by us spreading out through the whole of Europe, monarchies, a lot of monarchies were set up. All right, and the evidence is within a lot of these coat of arms. You can go into some of my videos and what have you, some of my historical videos that I have. All right, Negro ancestry in Germany and all these things. All right, on the Levi the Lawgiver channel, proven that we were of nobility when we came into Europe, whilst you all were in caves dragging on your knuckles. All right, so I'm moving on to our next page. Moving on to our next page. Okay. The next page I will go on to. Let me see. Don't do me that at all. Don't do me that. Moving on to, what the hell am I doing? What am I doing? I'm moving on to page 75. No, page 131 first. Page 131. Hey, now he said that it is, and actually saying it's preposterous that we are claiming that King James, I mean not King James, Shakespeare was a black man. But hey, watch this here. All right, because they hold high this person here, not this, what I'm going to read is not about King James. All right, is concerning someone else who they hold in high regard and claiming them to be of their race. But watch this. This is same book, Negro Ancestry. All right. This is on page 131. It read, in short, Germans are not pure whites. Many assert they are. Several German writers agree on that. Among them, Friedrich Hertz, Brunel Springer, and Rudolf Rocker. Beethoven, for instance. Beethoven, yeah, who is well known for his classical work and what have you. All right, Beethoven for instance, is named by all three as showing Negro blood. Woolly textured hair, dark skinned, all right, broad nose, thick lips, yeah, as having Negro blood. Springer names, among others, Dr. Ernest Schreiniger, all right, 1850 to 1924, of Italian Negro ancestry, who was a professor of dermatology at the University of Berlin, all right, and was private physician to great German Chancellor Bismarck. All right, Rucker includes Martin Luther and Goethe. He says we need but think of Luther, Goethe, Beethoven, who lack almost completely the external marks, we don't know what's external, outside, of the Nordic race, of the so-called white man, all right? And whom even the most outstanding exponents of the race theory characterize as hybrids with Oriental, Levantis, and Negro Malayan strains in them, all right? So, hey, because even in this book also, let me see this page, let me see page 75. Let me go to page 75. Just bear with me. Let me see how quick I could go. One up, 1, 2. Let me see. Just bear with me. So much information in this book. Eh? So much information. So much. Yeah, that's why they say anything you want to hide from a nigga, all you have to do is put it in a book. All right, I'm going a bit too far. All right, good. So I have it here. This is page same book 75 here. All right. Right. So good. Watch this. In Shakespeare's time, were at least 4 plays dealing with this theme. No. Yeah. Yeah, in Shakespeare's time, were at least 4 plays dealing with this theme, of which were popular. Pale's Battle of Alcazar. No. Yeah, in Titus Andronicus, Tamora, Queen of Goths, is paramour of the black woolly-haired Aaron the Moor, and in Othello, the high-born Venetian lady Desdemona is in love with Othello, an ex-slave. Shakespeare uses Negro only once and uses it interchangeably with Moor. All right? Because Shakespeare, right, believe it or not, you Edomite, and all you are Edomite, Shakespeare was a so-called black man. All right? All right? In the case of the white man getting a Negro woman with child, all right, Moor for Negro was just coming into the use. But in 1623, 7 years after Shakespeare's death, James Mabe, in his translation of Alemans Guzman de Alfarache, uses Negro almost always for Moor. All right? It seems clear, therefore, from the foregoing, that when Europeans placed Moors in their coats of arms, they had no other than what were later called Negroes in mind. Now, these so-called white people, they always have us down as slaves. Why would they put their slaves, right, in such a nobility, on a pedestal of nobility, and have them as their coat of arms representing them? Come on. Now that there will be preposterous. All right? By you trying to be, hey boy, hey. Continuing, all right, the letter appear by thousands in heraldry. All right, I counted 497 families in Wrightstop, Armorial General that had one or more Negroes in their coat of arms. Some had as many as 6. All right, families with Negroes in their coat of arms range from Sicily to Finland. From Sicily all the way to Finland. All right. Yes, the original Irish and Scots, all right, were so-called black people. And we are not even the original Scots or Irish or French or what have you. The true people of Europe, because you all are not even the true Europeans, you wicked Edomite. All right? You push the true Europeans out of that landmass, which was the Japhites, the people of Samoa and the Aborigines in Australia and Fiji Islands and Tonga and what have you. All right? These are the original Europeans. All right? But the thing is, we are casting out your lies here, and you all don't like the fact. Yeah? I have one mercy. No, I will leave that for last. All right? Hey, let's prove something here. Let's prove something here. Let's prove something here. Watch this. I have two things to prove here. Is it this boy? Let me see. Watch this here. Watch this picture here. Now, this is King Charles. All right? King Charles Stuart. All right? Let me read back here. Moorish kings of Europe. All right? King Charles Stuart the second, the black boy. Now, which Edomite in the royal family would call themselves black boy? All right? Come on. Moorish kings of Europe, King Charles Stuart, the black boy king of England, 1630 to 1685. All right? Okay, so watch this here. Watch this picture of our forefather. One of our forefather. All right? Good. Now, the camp, I don't know if they still go by that name again, Church of Yahweh Shai of the 144,000. They had done a very intense video. It was a very potent video. All right, where they went to a cathedral, I can't remember which part of England, where they had a statue of this very sad man, all right, King Charles, all right, and on the statue, the lips, the whole statue is there excepting for the lips and the nose. Now, why it is a lot in these statues with concerning our history, the lips and the nose is missing? Why? Ask yourself that question. Watch out this man's lips here and his nose. All right? King Charles, King Charles Stuart II, the black king of England. The word Stuart comes from the old Nordish root svart, which means black. Stuart is the same word as swarthy, which means black in Old English. Others claim its root origin is Stuart. However, that might be. This is not the crux of the story here. Our story is about the suppressed history of dark and brown Europeans, including several kings that have once called Europe their original home. There was once a Stuart line of kings in England. The name of the founding ancestor was Stuart. All right? In this post, we feature the original painting, not iconoclasm, the original painting of one of the Stuart kings of England and Scotland, King Charles II, also lovingly known as Black Boy of England by his subjects. All right? He is commemorated in the celebrated name of the Black Boy Inn, found all over the British Isle. Like his ancestors before him, King Charles was a so-called black man. Many of his surviving paintings falsely depict him as a so-called white man, iconoclasm, in clear contradiction to the famous description of the Jolly King. However, in this picture posted immediately below, one can see one of the contemporary paintings of King Charles Stuart, the second merry black boy of England. This picture invites all to decide why King Charles Stuart would have been called black boy because why? He was a so-called black man. All right? And we will deal with that. We will leave it there or for that. All right? We will leave it there for that. A matter of fact, go back here and do this. One more. One more. Watch this. Let me see. These wicked people, they take it off. Or they type it in now. No, look at here. Let me see if I can get something here. Now this jug here. Alright? This jug, which has the emblems, the three lions emblem, alright, which is part of the coat of arms of the British Empire. This jug was found, this jug was stolen, not found, was stolen, alright, from the Ashanti Kingdom, right, in Kumasi, in Ghana, alright. Now, why would the hell this brass jug, which have the British emblem, be found quite over in Ghana, West Africa, during the British Empire war against the Ashanti Empire? Tell me. Let me see something here. I think it is this one I went into. Chat. No, not that. Just bear with me. Let me see. Alright. The Asante Ewer or Asante jug is a leaded jug dated back to the 1390s. It is a rare surviving example of an English bronze. They're trying to thing it over, alright, as if it is a resemblance or a copycat to what we England have, but it is actually the same jug, alright, of an English bronze jug from the 14th century with great significance for the study of bronze work in medieval England. It was looted as a spoil of war from Kumasi in Ashanti, Ghana, alright, during the Fourth Anglo-Saxon, they ain't even the Anglos, alright, in the war against, alright, in 1895, Slovakia, alright, and since 1896 has been held by the British Museum. Alright, the front of the Asante jug is decorated with the royal arms of England from the late 14th century. So now, this is the question here now. This is the question that lies here now. It has the English coat of arms, this jug. If we never ruled Europe, if we never was kings and what have you, of nobility within Europe, all right, how the ass this jug with the coat of arms, the British coat of arms, being found and stolen all the way from West Ghana, all right? Because a lot of us, when we finally fell throughout all Europe, a lot of us, because we know we would have been being taken into slavery from Europe and being brought across here, all right, in the Americas and what have you, a lot of us, we end up escaping and going back to West Africa, where a lot of our people resided, all right? Yeah, right. So, surmounted by a crown with two lion supporters. Above the three lions are a lettering of, and not two lions, three lions, in a Lambordic script within a molded band. Read from the bottom. Right, we have to go through all that. Right, so we got the point. All right, so we got the point. So that's one or two more scriptures. Let me see here. I will go now to page 72 and this thing here, I'll go now to page 72. Alright, just bear with me. Page 72. Almost there. Got down on page. Alright, this is page 72. Alright, I'm going to go to the scripture and end it off as quick as possible. Alright, 2nd Ezra 6 and 27. Alright, matter of fact, come back to here, just to play the last bit. Alright, this is page 72 in the Eternals color line. Alright, in fact, so common was the use of Moor for Negroes that it is astonishing to find some writers calling Moors a white race. Alright? It must be astonishing because the word Moor means dark, and how would you call the Edomite a Moor? Alright? That will surprise you because they are not. And the Moors were ruling throughout all Europe. Alright? For almost 1,000 years. Alright? Mark Ritchie referring to a passage in Claudian, alright? Il vils moros nec falso nomini pictos idomit. Alright? So what he is saying that these pictures with these pictures of these iconoclasm right, is false. Alright? Iconoclasm, which means you paint over the images. Alright? Right? Falso nomine pictos idomit, which is Edomite. Alright? Edomite, E-D-O-M-U-I-T, which is Edomite. Alright? But Edomite, why is it saying Edomite? Because this is Latin. Alright? So it proves that the Edomites are the so-called white man. Alright? So, let's continue here.
And that they turned Ireland and Scotland essentially into black countries with black monarchs. The idea is also that the kings of Scotland were black and that the white European royal families felt threatened by them and so encouraged their princesses to marry the black kings of Scotland in order to make them less black by diluting the blackness as the children were born. Mary, Queen of Scots, was accordingly half black, but her husband Darnley was completely black. This meant, of course, that James I, their son, was also entirely black, and Charles I and his son Charles II were both mixed race. Pictures showing
which you see, this is the thing here. The truth is it's spreading. Oh gosh, it's spreading through all the four corners of the earth so much that they cannot deal with it. They cannot deal with it. Yeah? Oh boy.
The true colours of these monarchs have been destroyed and replaced with forgeries showing them as white. This is part of the white supremacist agenda. As I say, these nutty ideas have escaped from the black Hebrew.
Yeah, these nutty ideas. That's preposterous. That's preposterous, these nutty ideas.
So they're now being adopted by a lot of ordinary black people, which goes some way to explain things like the Black Queen Charlotte in the Netflix series Bridgerton, which some people
Black Hebrews, oh boy.
might have watched. Because left-wing whites are often ashamed of the colour of their skin, they go along with this madness and even encourage it by...
You see, madness. You know, because a lot of these so-called white people, they're seeing the truth and they're seeing that, you know. That's why the scripture talks about, you know, they have inherited lies from their father, yeah?
Producing museum exhibits of the kind about which I talked yesterday. This is all going to get a lot worse yet because lunacy like this is spreading like a virus.
Lunacy like this is spreading like a virus, yeah, and they cannot handle it. So let's leave off with these scriptures here. As he said that it's spreading. Let me just go to the scripture here. Quick. This is Joel. Where is it? Joel chapter 3. And I think it's 4. Alright. Yeah, this is Joel chapter 3 and verse 6 and 7. It reads, alright, the children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem he hath sold unto the Grecians, that he might remove them far from their border. Behold, I will raise them out of the places whether ye have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head. This is what is taking place. This is the wildfire that is spreading now because Yahweh Yahshua is raising us up in the same places where you have sold us. What you are seeing, Mr. Esau Edom, is prophecy before your eyes. So let's go to this second to last scripture. Let's go to Baruch chapter 2 and 29. Baruch chapter 2 and 29, it reads, If you will not hear my voice, surely this very great multitude shall be turned into a small number among the nations, where I will scatter them. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. But watch this. This is why it is spreading. But in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves. Yeah? They shall remember themselves. All right? And this is what is taking place before your very eyes. All right? And it is making you Edomites lose a lot of sleep. All right? It is making you Edomites lose a lot of sleep. Okay? So now, let's go. Staying in the Apocrypha. Last scripture. 2nd Ezra, chapter 6, verse 27. It reads, For evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched. As for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overcome, and the truth which had so long been without fruit, shall be declared. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Kal halayam, la alahaya nawa Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'asham Rakah HaKodash, Barakata Yahweh, Barakata Yahushai, Barakata Yahweh, Barakata Yahushai. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace, blessings, salutations unto the brothers who preach and teach this truth throughout the four corners of the earth, risking their lives and their freedom to do so now more than ever. Shalom unto the speckled Israelites who looks like the other nations, but are Israel through their forefatherly lineage. Shalom unto the very few, but faithful Akwats. This is your brother Kahan from the GMS Prophetic Vibration Camp here in Trinidad, saying Shalom. Try harder, Esau. Try harder.